We are working on our quadriceps this week. Quadriceps, our quads. The quads, you might already know this, but the quads are the muscles in the front of your leg. And there are four muscles. That's why they're called quadriceps, and four muscles. The big one, the main one, it runs from your ilium, your hip, to all the way to the top of your knee. And then you have the vastus muscles that go on the outside of the leg to the knee. On the this other big one is the inside of the leg to the knee. And then the fourth muscle is actually underneath this big muscle and goes all the way down to the knee. So this big muscle is called the rectus femoris, and that goes over your hip joint as well as over your knee joint. So that's a very important muscle. So why do we want strong quads? Other than when we wear shorts in the summertime and bathing suits, we have nice, sexy legs. But besides that, they are very important to helping protect your knee. David, you might have to come down here. Okay, sorry. They protect your knee. The stronger your quads are, the more protection you're going to give to your knees. And that's why we want strong quads. And we're going to be working on that today. We'll start as usual, centering our minds and doing our deep breathing pranayama. If you like to choose a hand mudra, I'll give you a choice of a couple of popular ones. Finger and thumb together in a circle, palms facing down on your legs. That's an introspective mudra so that you can tune within. It's called Chin Mudra. If you flip the palms up with the circle between the pointer and the thumb, that's Jnana Mudra, and that's a receptive mudra where you're receiving divine knowledge and energy. And then the one I always like to use is the middle finger and the thumb together, Shuni Mudra, which helps me, which is supposed to help me with patience and self-control. So that's why I do this mudra. Pick one or anyone or none. Close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. Think about the crown of your head lifting up toward the heavens as you focus on your breath. Deep, deep breathing. So follow the breath in through your nose, all the way down to your belly. And make sure you feel your belly inflate like a balloon when you inhale. Big, deep, long, full breaths through your nose, in and out of your nose. This is the most important thing you can do for your health. Absolutely, hands down. More important than exercise, diet, anything else. Deep, deep belly breaths through your nose every day, several times a day. Take one more deep, very long, very slow breath. Take your time. Feel your lungs expand as you inhale, your rib cage expand, your belly inflate. Big, long, and slow. And a slow, long exhalation through your nose. And then please bring your breathing back to normal. And I shall Om in if you care to join me. Let's take a deep breath together. Om. Shambhalu Satguru Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. Thank you for being here. So let's start off in Dandasana stack pose. Now, if you have tight hips, I encourage you to sit up on something so that you can tilt your pelvis forward and have a little bit of a lower back arch, a neutral lower back spine. Feet up, knees up, shoulders down from the ears, hands down by the sides. So flex your feet, and now you can feel your quadriceps engaged just by flexing your feet. You can also feel your calf muscles, but we're concentrating on our quadriceps right now. So feel how your quadriceps are working just by flexing the feet. And take a deep breath with the crown of your head going up, chest open forward, in and out of your nose. Keep that pelvis tilted forward. Keep your shoulders relaxed, chest open. And now we will lift the right leg up off the mat and hold it for a couple of breaths. This is right now, you're starting to work your leg muscles. Well, you've started even before we lifted the leg. One more breath. And then the leg comes down. And then take a deep breath. Exhale, left leg up. And then down, relax. And then now reflex your feet, retighten the quads, and once more lift the right leg. And then down, left leg up. A couple of breaths here. Keep your chest open. And then down. Okay. Keep your feet flexed, keep your knees pointed up. Drag your heels towards you on your sticky mat so you keep your muscles working here. And then take your hands to the center of your chest. Inhale as you push your fingertips all the way up to the ceiling so you're stretching open your shoulders. And then as you exhale, let your right hand float down on the mat near your hip. And then the left arm will come beside your ear. And you're still flexing your feet the whole time. And you're bringing the shoulder back, the left shoulder back, so your chest stays open. Couple of breaths here. And then pull all the way up and then down. We're going to take the right knee, bend the right knee, bring the foot in toward the groin area. Take your left arm and hug that knee into the chest. Bring the right arm forward, inhale. Exhale, twist all the way around. Plant your right hand behind you on the mat, twisting your torso as far as you can. Keep your left foot flexed. Keep your left leg active. And take several breaths here. Okay, now keeping the twist, you're just going to reach down with your left hand and grab the outside of your right foot. And then you keep your right hand behind you and you're going to move it backwards so you can lean back onto the hand as you straighten this leg, keeping the twist. So keep your left foot flexed as well. Keep twisting your body to the right and don't forget to breathe. This is called heron pose. And rebend the knee, bring the foot back down, come around back to the center, reset the spine in Dandasana, tilt the pelvis forward, make sure that you have the lower arch in the back. Shoulders down from the ears, chest forward, feet flexed, leg muscles engaged, hands to come to heart center. Inhale, push all the way up. Exhale as you let your left hand float down, then the right arm comes beside the ear, reaching for the left, opening up the right rib cage. Keep the shoulder up, maybe even look up. Breathe. And then pull all the way back up. And then the hand comes down. Left knee bends, coming into your chest. Right arm hugs left knee. Keep the right foot flexed so we're not wasting any energy there. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around, planting your left hand right behind you, using your right arm as leverage to twist. Keep your right foot flexed and your right leg active. Okay, now you're going to keep your twist, take your right hand, grab the outside edge of your left foot, move your left hand back a little bit so you can lean backwards on it as you straighten that leg. Keep your right foot flexed. One more breath in. Exhale, rebend the knee, put the foot down, reset the spine into Dandasana. Tilt the pelvis forward, shoulders down, chest open. Okay, now let's roll onto our bellies. And we're going to do a combination shoulder opener and quad stretch here. So you want to lie with your arms in a T, palms facing down. Now, depending on how your shoulders feel, you might want to bring your arms closer to your body instead of out into a T. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to roll onto our right shoulder and our right hip. So if that's too much pressure on your right shoulder, you want to bring your right arm closer to your body. And then you can either just stay here and use your left hand for support in front of your body, or you can bend the left knee and grab your ankle with your left hand and pull your heel into your bottom so you can feel the stretch in your quadricep. Try to keep the knees sort of close together. You'll get a bigger stretch that way. Okay, release the foot if you have it. Roll back on to your belly. And then we'll do the other side once again, paying attention to how your shoulder feels as you roll over onto the left shoulder and the left hip. Bend the knees for balance. You can rest your head on the mat, and then your choice is to keep your hand in front of you or grab your ankle for the quad stretch, bringing the bottom, your heel into your bottom. Okay, please release. Roll back over onto your belly, and then take your hands underneath your shoulders, push up to table. And then we're going to bring our right foot forward. So here's where padding comes in handy for your knee. If you've got any kind of blanket or any kind of pad, if your knee is bothering you, put it underneath your left knee and your right foot is forward. So there's a couple of options here. What we're going to do is we're going to pick up our back foot. We're bending the knee first, but here's the options. You can walk the front foot forward some and then rebend it back to a 90-degree angle. And that's going to give more of a stretch to this quadricep. Okay, so you can do that, or you can just stay in a box, a square box here. It depends on how your knees feel. So I'm going to walk my foot forward and then rebend this knee so that it's perpendicular to the ground. Now, the belt will come in handy if you can't reach the back foot. We're going to bend. The other thing that will come in handy is a block for you. If you want stability, you can put your hand on a block here and then bend the back foot and either grab it with your hand, or if you can't reach it with your hand, you can take your strap and just sort of put it around it. And then bring that foot into your bottom. It may not work with your knees, Betty, I don't know. One more breath here. And then slowly release. And we're gonna just switch feet. Left foot forward. So either you can square up so that when you're squared like this, you're actually underneath your kneecap on the back knee. When you step forward and rebend this knee, you're going to be above the kneecap. So it just depends on how good your knees feel today. And then you're going to reach back. You can take the block for stability, reach back with the belt or your hand, grab the foot, and then gently bring it into your bottom. Get your belt around it if you can. We're getting ready to release anyway. Okay, one more breath here and then release your foot. Now, keep your left leg up. Okay, and now we're going to stand up without using any assistance. We're just going to use our body weight to stand up. Shift our body weight to stand up. And that's what, if you do that every single day, you'll never, ever, ever not be able to do that. And then come into Tadasana mountain pose. Mountain pose, feet are underneath the hips are underneath the shoulders, head right on top of the shoulders, hands down by your sides. Palms slightly forward, shoulders down, chest open. Rotate your thighs inward so you can feel your leg muscles engage. You can feel your quadriceps engage here. So mountain pose is an active resting pose. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, take your right ear and bring it down toward your right shoulder so that your face is still going forward. And then take your right hand on the left side of your head. This is a gentle neck stretch. So don't pull on your neck, just let the hand rest there above the ear. And then let your left arm float out at an angle and push your fingertips away so you feel a little more stretch. One more breath and release the head and the arm comes down. Now, take your left hand onto the right shoulder, take your right arm behind you, just wrap it around behind your back, palm facing away. Now, keeping your shoulders facing forward, you're gonna hold your shoulder forward, turn your head to the right, and then feel the stretch in the neck, but keep your shoulders forward. And then slowly head comes back to center. Release your arms, return to Tadasana mountain pose. Make sure you bring your belly in, rotate those thighs inwards so your quads are working. Inhale, crowning your head up. Exhale, left ear goes to left shoulder, the face stays forward, and left hand comes to the right side of the head, right above the ear. And the right hand floats out at a diagonal, pushing the fingertips away to enhance the stretch. And then release. Bring your head slowly back to center. Right hand comes to the left shoulder. Left arm goes behind, palm facing away from you. And then slowly turn your head to the left, keeping your chin parallel to the ground. One more breath. And as you exhale, bring your head back to center, release your arms. And then open your arms in a T. Thumbs down, push away a curtain, clasp your fingers behind your back, bend your knees, and we're gonna bow forward, bring our chest down toward our thighs and our hands up to the ceiling, pushing them up so that your chest is open, shoulders down from the ears. And then slowly rise back up, release your clasp, return to Tadasana. Okay. Inhale, bring both arms up, palms facing each other, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, we're gonna come into chair pose, Utkatasana, one of the best poses for strong quads. Utkatasana, so make sure that your legs are parallel to each other, that your feet are parallel to each other, not splayed outward. Your arms can either be up or in front. It's a little easier on the shoulders to bring them in front, but if your shoulders are okay with it, bring them above head. Tailbone is down. Don't arch your lower back. Point your tailbone down. You should be able to look down and see the tips of your toes. That's how your weight should be distributed, so you can see the tips of your toes. And breathe. Utkatasana. It really means fierce pose, Sanskrit term for fierce pose, but we call this chair pose because we're like sitting in a chair. Okay, from here, take a deep breath. Exhale, we're going to swing our arms down, bring our chest down to our thighs and swing our arms behind us, keep the palms facing each other. Take a deep breath and then swing the arms back forward as you exhale, back to chair. Good, and then all the way back up. Inhale, exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. Okay, so now that you know where we're going, I call this swinging chair. We're gonna do that again. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, come into your chair pose. Pause a couple of breaths. Inhale, exhale, swing your chair. Arms go down and up behind you. Chest goes down toward your knees. Inhale, exhale, swing the arms back front, back to your chair. And then all the way back up, inhale. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. And then pause in Tadasana. Reset the spine. Nice, long, straight spine. Okay, so we're gonna do a little balancing exercise here. So if you need to move around, like I like to get off my mat when I balance because just a little bit of squishiness disturbs my balance. Some people like to get next to the wall and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's good to use something and get your balance and not get it at all. So this is going to be a little bit of a moving balance, but we're going to start, take whatever leg you want to start on. Just remember which one it is. And the opposite knee is going to be lifted and the opposite arm is lifted. So the standing leg and the standing arm is up. Okay, now we're going to bring both arms up, take this leg that's up, turn your knee out to the side and come into a tree pose. So put the sole of your foot on your calf or your thigh or your ankle. Just avoid pressure on the knee. Okay, now here's the tricky part. If it's not tricky enough for you yet, you're going to bring that knee back forward and back up to your chest. And then you're going to take the opposite elbow and come down to the knee and then back up. I know it's hard. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just take your focal point. Don't watch anything that's moving. And then crunch. And then up. We're only going to do a couple of these. And then up and then down. And then up and then release. Shake that out. And you can feel the muscles in that standing leg work. So what we do on one side, we have to do on the other. So switch your legs, find your focal point, and we'll just start with the, what I call it's the cross crawl, this the one leg up. Hold on, no, there's nothing wrong with the wall. And the other arm comes up and the leg cocks out to come into tree. And then the tricky part is where you bring the knee back to the front of your chest, bend the opposite elbow and try to touch, and then come up, touch, up, and one more time, touch, and then come up. Okay, that's fun. Even if we don't get it, it's fun to try. All right, shake it all out. Very good. Back to your mats if you are off the mats. Back to Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands all the way down. And here you can use blocks if you like, one on either side of your feet, or bring your hands down to the mat. And what we're going to do here is step our right foot back into, this is a runner's lunge. So make sure your front knee is lined up over the ankle. That's really important. You don't want to go forward of the ankle here. You want to be above the ankle. Think about your nice long spine. The blocks help you elongate your spine. You want a straight line from the crown of your head to your back heel. Okay, so you're using your leg strength here to lift your arms to the sides in a sort of a airplane pose. So my chest is resting on my thigh here. It's working your quads a lot. And then the hands come down. Good. And then you're going to bring the back knee down, your right knee down, get light in your fingertips, bring your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist your body to the left. Inhale. Exhale, swing back forward, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck your right toes, lift your right foot, knee up, and then we're gonna step up. And then slowly come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Fierce pose. You can tell why they call it fierce pose, because it's fierce. Inhale. Exhale, hands come all the way down on blocks or mat, and then step your left foot back to a high lunge. So get positioned so that your front knee is above the ankle. The calf is perpendicular to the mat. You have a long line of energy from the crown of your head to your back heel, and you're pushing weight into your back heel. Good, 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 good. Okay. So engage your core muscles as well as your leg muscles and bring your arms to the side into this low airplane. One more breath. And then the hands come down, the knee comes down, the back knee comes down. And then get light in your fingertips. Inhale, arms come up, palms face each other, Anjaneyasana. Take a deep breath, open arms in a T. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, swing all the way back forward, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. And then we're going to shift the weight so we can step up. And then slowly, slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then Tadasana. Very good. So we're going to be doing some poses on the long edge of the mat. So if you want to take a moment to turn your mat so that you can see better, or maybe if you have two mats like I do, just have them crisscross so you don't have to move anything. Or you can stay where you are if you like. You may be able to do what we're doing just by listening to me. Okay, when you're situated, step your feet wide and come into five-pointed star. So your feet should be somewhere underneath your wrists if you're steady with your legs that wide. Have them narrower if you're not steady. Toes are pointing forward. The outside edges of your feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. Tailbone down, tummy in, chest open. Push your fingertips away so that you're strengthening your arm muscles. Push your feet away on the sticky mat so you feel your legs engage. Five-pointed star. Okay, walk your heels in so that your feet are pointed now at a diagonal. Bring your arms to goalpost arms and then squat down with your tailbone. So think about rolling your thighs outward as you do this so that your thighs are pointed in the same direction as your feet. Your knee and the feet are in the same direction. Chest is open. And don't forget to breathe. Excellent for leg strength here. Goddess pose. Okay, take your hands on your thighs. Straighten your legs as you lean forward. Don't straighten them all the way, but straighten them a little bit so that you can lean forward like you're in a football huddle. So your hands are on your thighs in a football huddle. And then we're going to shift our weight to the right, straighten the left leg, bring the left shoulder down toward the right leg. And then back to center. And then shift the weight to the left, straighten the right leg. Right shoulder comes toward the left. And then back to center. Slowly rise up. Return to your five-pointed star, which means your feet now pivot forward again. Okay, take your right toes, rotate them 90 degrees so they're pointing to the short edge of the mat. Pick up your left heel and scoot it back about 2 inches so the left foot is at a diagonal, and then bend the right knee and feel your quads working here. So important thing here, this front knee, the right knee, you don't want it forward of the ankle, you want it above the ankle. If you can get your thigh parallel to the ground, that's great. You can also have your knee behind the ankle, but just not forward of the ankle. Equal weight in both feet, just turn your head to look over the middle finger of your right hand. And as you are here, don't forget to breathe. Your tailbone goes down, chest is open. Think about rolling that right thigh outward the whole time to stabilize that knee. Also think about weight in the outside edge of your left foot, because that's what tends to rise up. This is your warrior two. Try to keep your shoulders down from your ears, your neck soft. Breathe. flip your palms up and just feel how that little action helped your shoulders get farther down from your ears. Turn your head to the left, look over your left hand, and then swing your right arm over your head as if you were reaching for your left hand. And all the while, think about rotating that right thigh outward. Female warrior, or one version of it at least. Bring the arm back. Reflip the palms down, but try to keep your shoulders down where they were. Turn your head to look over to the right. Take the right forearm, place it on your thigh. Left arm comes by the ear in the version of side angle pose. Breathe. Don't forget about weight in the left foot. Keep the left shoulder up. Now, if it's too much for your shoulder to have your arm by your ear, you can just bring your arm to 12 o'clock. That's okay too. Okay, pull yourself up back to warrior two. Pivot both feet forward back to five-pointed star. Come from your hips, bend the knees, bring your hands down to the mat or blocks. This is your break. A little bit of a rest. So you have slightly bent knees, your spine is long, let your head hang. Okay, slowly rise up. Return to the five-pointed star. Push the fingertips away, push the feet away. Straighten the legs, belly in, chest open, shoulders down from the ears. Pivot the left foot 90 degrees. Pick up the right heel, push it back about 2 inches. Bend the left knee. Make sure it doesn't go forward of the ankle. Make sure this femur, the left femur, goes back into the hip socket, chest open, shoulders down, and then you can turn your head to look over your middle finger in your warrior two pose. Think here about rolling that left thigh outward the whole time so that you stabilize the knee. This is one of the best poses to strengthen your quads, which will support your knee. Make sure there's weight in the right foot outside edge. Make sure your belly's in, tailbone's down. Now flip your palms up, feel your shoulders come down your back. Turn your head to look to the right. And then bring the left arm overhead as if you were going to try to reach your right hand. And then breathe. Return back, warrior two, flip the palms back down. Take the left forearm onto the thigh, the right arm beside the ear, or if that's too much for your shoulder, you can just come to 12 o'clock and then reach your right arm. And then come back, pull up to warrior two again. Okay. Straighten the legs, pivot back forward, back to your five-pointed star. Bend the knees, come on all the way down, take a little break here. Okay, so we're going to walk our hands, pivot your right foot out, and we're going to walk our hands to the right, and then pivot on to our left foot so that the toes are facing the edge of your mat. And you're going to put the left knee down, patting it if necessary. And then we're going to come into our lizard pose. So that means we're going to walk our right leg out to the side. Come on, you can use blocks here. You can put your forearms on the mat or on blocks. You want your knee to be somewhere near your shoulder, And you want a wide angle in the leg and your foot somewhere in line with your head or forward of your head. Lizard pose. This is a big hip opener. Yeah, keep on going forward. Yeah, just pick it up and put it there. Yeah, you got it. And then get your block or bolster and put your arms on it if you can. Okay, that's all right. Stay right there. Okay, push up back to your hands. Walk your foot back in from being outside. And then you're going to pick up your left knee, walk your hands back to center as you pivot your feet back to center. And then we're going to turn the left toes out and walk our hands to the left as we pivot onto our right toes. And then we're going to bring the right knee down and come into lizard on this side. So you're going to walk your left foot out, come on down to blocks or the mat with your forearms, and have your knee someplace near your shoulder and your foot someplace in line with your head or forward of your head. Okay, push back to your hands, please. Pick up your right knee and then walk your hands back to the center. In your wide stride forward fold. Pause here for a moment. Let your head hang, let your spine hang and stretch. Now take your right hand, place it in front of your face, and then we're going to lift our left arm and twist open to the left. Make sure your toes are pointed forward. Reach as high as you can with your left arm. Inhale. Exhale, that hand comes down. Put that in front of your face, and then lift your right arm, twist open to the right. And then that hand comes down. Okay, so we're gonna pivot our right foot again out to a diagonal. We're gonna walk our hands over to the right again as we pivot onto our left toes. This time we're gonna take our right hand and put it on the outside of the right leg. So now we're in a lunge, a high lunge. And from here, you're gonna take your right foot and step back to your downward facing dog. Good. Hanging dog for a breath or two. Bend your knees so your booty gets way up in the air. Spread the fingers wide. Push weight in all 10 fingers. Have a little bend to your knuckles so that you take some pressure off your wrist. The base of your palm is firmly on the mat. Squeeze your forearms toward each other so you feel your shoulders roll out. Let your head between your arms relax. Bring your chest down toward your thighs. Roll your thighs in slightly. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, bring your knees down. And then sit back to child pose. Usually the wider the knees are, the easier it is to get your bottom towards your heels. They don't have to go all the way, just to your comfort level, and just rest your head on something, either mat, blocks, bolster, hands, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, please slowly push up and then come onto your backs. The two of you bring your head towards me. If you're wondering who I'm talking to here, I've got Betsy and Betty here, only because they don't have internet. So I'm allowing them to come here and be live in a very wide, spaced out, COVID careful fashion. So when you're on your backs, bend your knees, take your block, or if you don't have a block, a pillow or book, stack of books, and then lift your hips. Place your sacrum on the block. And you can either stay here, just let your arms come to a T and rest, or allow your legs to float up. Now, also you can just put your legs up a wall. Same thing here. If you're near a wall and you don't have a block, just put your legs up the wall and relax. This is a very relaxing inversion. If your legs don't feel like they're floating in water, you have to move your block around because it's not in the right spot. You need to find your center of gravity with the block and just allow your legs to float. Okay, slowly lower your legs. Lift your hips. Remove the block. Grab your strap. And you can do this without a strap if you don't have one, but it's more accessible with a strap. And then bend both knees, take your strap and put it over the right foot, either looped or just wrapped around the right foot. And then you're going to lift your right leg up with the sole pointed toward the ceiling. Keep your left knee bent. Now, we're not going to do what some of you think we're going to do. What we're going to do here is we're going to roll all the way over onto our right hip, bringing our foot and the belt with us. And your left knee is going to come that way too. Okay, your chest is open, however. So wherever your right foot can land, maybe you can even touch your right toe and grab your right foot without the belt. It's up to you. So stay here, or for an option, one final quad stretch, you're going to take your left hand, grab your left ankle and bring it back behind you so that you can feel your quad stretch. The heel comes towards your buttocks. Okay, very slowly. If you have hold of your ankle or foot, let go, and then bring your leg back, right leg back to center, remove the belt, and then put the belt strap on your left foot. Keep your right knee bent as you bring your left leg up, sole of your foot toward the ceiling. And then your arm goes in a T, your right arm goes in a T, and you're gonna roll over onto your left hip this time, bringing that leg with you. So the leg is sort of perpendicular to your body. You keep your shoulders open. And here again, the option is to take your right hand and grab your right ankle or foot for the final quad stretch by bringing that foot in towards your bottom. Okay, please release your foot if you have hold of it. Bring your leg back up center. Remove the belt. Then straighten your legs on the mat long. And then bring your arms over your head, palms facing up. If your hands can touch down on the mat above your head, then do so. And then just do a full body stretch, bringing your feet in one direction, your hands in the opposite direction, just like you're waking up in the morning. And then take a deep breath. As you exhale, bend your right knee in toward your chest. Bring your hands down and clasp your fingers around your right shin and hug that knee into your chest as tight as you can. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders, tuck your chin and bring your nose toward the knee. And then slowly curl your spine back down. Release your leg, put it long on the mat, raise your arms above your head, palms facing up. Inhale with a full body stretch. Exhale, bend your left knee in towards your chest, clasp your fingers around your left shin and hug that knee in. And then inhale. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders, tuck your chin, curl your spine up, bring the nose to the knee. Slowly uncurl your spine, release the leg, straighten the leg, one more full body stretch, inhale. Exhale, both knees come into your chest, hug your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift your head, tuck the chin, curl the spine up, bring your forehead towards your knees. And then very slowly, roll your spine back down, release your legs, and then come into your favorite Shavasana position with your legs lengthened on the mat. You can put something underneath your knees if you like. And when you come into your Shavasana, please focus on your breath. And slow down your breathing. Take a body scan with your mind. Find any areas of tension and let them go. Pay special attention to relaxing your shoulders, neck, and jaw, and forehead. Those are the areas that we tend to carry tension in. Relax your mind. Let your thoughts float by like fluffy clouds and poof, let them go. enjoy a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and slowly deepen your breathing as you make small movements to gently wake up your body. And then please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, we are sealing off the masculine side of our body, which is fiery, bright, hot. And we're exposing the feminine side of our body, which is cool, dark, and calm. And that calmness will carry us to the rest of the day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up the seated. And I shall do the closing chant. If you care to join me, please do. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. And Jai Yogis. Jai. Thank you for being here.